Hello friends and enemies, it's me Isabel here with a recommendation kind of video for you. So I haven't read all of these authors, I haven't read all these books, but in Romancelandia I asked y'all to leave me authors of color and underrepresented authors that you love. So I wanted to gather those up into a video to share with everyone, but also I asked on Instagram if you had any specific requests and I got some of those. So we've got a list here. I'm gonna do timestamps and I'm gonna run you through all the amazing authors, books, titles, suggestions, things I found in the video last week and have for you specifically. Again, not all of these are going to be books I've read. Some of these are books I'm not familiar with, but I just wanted a spot where I at least could refer back to and hopefully help y'all find some new to you authors to try. First up, we're going to talk about the 3 book-specific recommendations we got in that Romancelandia's comment section. We got I'm So Not Over You by Kosako Jackson. This cover is stunning, and this is actually on my TBR, so I'm really excited to try it. I'm very curious about it. I think it's one that looks right up my alley as far as second-chance romance. Either way, this one to me, I love the cover. I think it looks really up my alley as far as the kinds of contemporary romances I like. I also had a recommendation from Melody Lynch's Urban Fantasy series. This is one that I'm really excited to check out at some point because I'm always looking for new urban fantasy series and I can't deny this. Like, these covers are fun. These sound like a blast. The other series that someone had recently read and loved was the Alicia Rise Modern Love series. This is a completed trilogy. I've only read one of the 3 books in this series, so I don't really have a lot to say about it, but it's definitely a good option if you're looking for a lot of various representations in these books. All right, let's talk about the authors recommended. These, I don't have like specifics necessarily. Some of them I do, but some are ones I honestly haven't read a ton from. So we have Alexandra Warren, A.H. Cunningham, Ashley Nicole, Asia Monique, who is on my TBR and I need to get to. Her mafia books I've got to read. Jacinta Howard, and then we have A.E. Valdez, Rilsey Adams, of course, and Christina C. Jones is a given. Tracy Livesey is a given. For paranormal, we have Viana Onamo. I did not say that right. She wrote Sweet Vengeance, which I talked about in my wrap-up if you're curious, but she's definitely an option if you're looking for a monster romance. Kimberly Lemming, of course, fantastic, adore her. Mia Monique is another one. And then historicals, we have like Erica Ridley, Jeannie Lynn, Adriana Herrera, Diana Quincy, and Beverly Jenkins, of freaking course. Another author I've read and enjoyed before is Mimi Grace. One that I've seen these covers, I've not read these, is Jane Igaro. Then we also had requests in the comments of that video, so I wanted to just like run through those and give my feedback on requests and some of the options people also gave in the comments. So one request we had was Black Sapphic novels. I have 3 very specific ones for you in this category. That is Mika James. I read Being Hospitable by her. It is on Scribd. Really fun, quick, best friends, little sister novella. She moves in with her. It's spicy, it's cute, it's fun. It's just dirty enough for me for the length. Like, I had a good time with this and I really want to check out more Mika James. We have Fiona Zed, who I've not read yet, but I do have Femme Fatale on my Kindle right now, and I would like to read that ASAP, probably in June, but we'll see. I also have M.L. Sexton, who I've read from and really enjoyed. I read 2 of her sapphic novellas so far and honestly had an absolute blast with them. I think these are just really fun. I don't see them talked about like at all, so definitely an option. One is Coach, like a gym like coach, and the Single Mom, and the other one is Second Chance Marriage, so that I've read. Both of them are great. All right, another request we had was Asian representation. Lunar Love was one of the books that was specifically recommended. I love this cover. I think it's really cute. Courtney Milan, of course, is a great historical option. Jackie Lau is a great contemporary option. Jeannie Lynn for more historicals. Helen Wong for contemporary if you haven't read them. I mean, The Kiss Quotient is like kind of a new romance classic, I would say. Anna Wong, who I love, Twisted Hate and King of Pride both have Asian male leads, and King of Pride has a Filipina heroine. So if you're looking for that specifically, and an Asian hero, I think he's Chinese, but I don't remember. I'm pretty sure. Then we have J.C. Lee, who has some amazing Harlequins that I've really enjoyed. Ruby Lang, who a lot of people I know really enjoy for her contemporaries. Okay, one of the requests I got repeatedly in the question box on Instagram was Latin authors. So I am here with a big list for y'all of this one because I didn't realize that I had as many as I did, but I do. I've got a lot for you. So first of all, we have Aleera, Cera, Hernadez, who writes Queenie and the Krakens, White Shoes, kind of dark romance, magical, paranormal-esque books under this pen name. And her other pen name, Jade Hernadez, has contemporary romances. So there you go. She currently lives in Mexico and is Mexican, so it's a great option. We have Santana Knox, who writes dark romance, White Shoes. Ruthless Heathens is on my TBR. I really want to read it, but again, it's another long one, so I just have to be in the right spot. Claire Contreras is also an option for dark romance. She has a hockey romance I'm like currently reading. I will finish it probably by the time you see this video, but Priscilla Oliveras writes really fun contemporaries. I read Island Affair with my members last year. It was really fun and cute. I really enjoyed it. So I definitely think that's a good one to pick up. Leora Gonzalez writes alien romances. Mia Sosa, another great contemporary author. Obviously she wrote The Wedding Crasher and the other one that's titled The Worst Best Man. That one, those two. But if you go back, she also has some really great titles from Avon that she wrote a while ago with like people on the cover. I'll throw up one of the covers right here. I absolutely loved one of them and I cannot remember the title. Oh my gosh. And we also have Zoe Castile, who is Zoraida Cordova's romance name. She wrote The Captive Merman's Promise, if you want a paranormal, but she also has her series Stripped that is like Magic Mike-esque and very, very fun. I really loved most of the books in this series, so I think it's a great option to pick up. Another one is Freydis Moon, who writes amazing trans romances that feature so many different kinds of characters, but also are heavy on the paranormal. I've read Exodus 23, which features an angel hero love interest situation. I really want to read Heart on Havoc. Definitely a good option to pick up if you're looking for that paranormal options. All right, the other request I had was Friends to Lovers with Cinnamon Roll Heroes. This was so hard because I don't feel like I read enough Friends to Lovers, so I did go to my friends and was like, hey, what do y'all got? So we've got Falling Into You by Georgina Kirsten. This is a Black author who wrote Friends to Lovers. They were like childhood friends reuniting to falling in love. I wouldn't say anyone's a cinnamon roll, but it was a really fun sapphic novella. We also have Blind Date with a Book Boyfriend by Lucy Eden. I feel like that hero's a cinnamon roll, but they're not friends. So not quite there yet. Then we have some suggestions from people like The Duke Who Didn't by Courtney Milan as a Friends to Lovers with Cinnamon Roll hero. Go Deep by Rosie Adams. I would say that the hero in this is pretty cinnamon rolly and they were friends before they hooked up. We also have The Roommate Risk by Talia Hibbert, which is another Friends to Lover. And then we have Not Another Family Wedding by Jackie Lau. That is apparently also Friends to Lovers with Cinnamon Roll. Last request I got was Queer Fake Dating. So this one, I have three that are on my, well, one I've read and two that are on my TBR. One is Marriage of Convenience by Chelsea M. Cameron. This follows two friends who get married to, I think, get an inheritance or something. I have this on my Kindle. I need to read it, but I just think it sounds so silly and fun. I've enjoyed other things by Chelsea M. Cameron, so I'm excited for it. I also have Chris and Devon Plan a Wedding by, this one is by Chinsia C. Higgins. This is one that I really need to get to sooner than later, but I have liked other books by her I've read that included like paranormal wolf shifter stuff, so I'm excited for it. And of course, I feel like the classic is like Boyfriend Material by Alexis Hall currently, so that one I loved. I think it's a great option if you're looking for queer fake dating. I also feel like The Fiancé Farce by Alexandria Bellefleur could work. I've not read it yet, so don't like hold me to it being perfectly to this trope, obviously, but I feel like that's another option. So those are all the books from that video. I feel like I went through them very quickly, but that's fine. I will have links to all of these books and authors mentioned down below for you so we can all like have a little spot to go to and find them. And if you have a request, drop it in the comments so we can all try and again gather together and give you recommendations. And if you don't want to do that, leave me a heart emoji of your choice in the comments and I will be back in just a few days with my next video. Bye y'all.
Come with me. I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see action, what we can be. Life with no distractions, we'll get away. This is what we